Hi, everybody. Don't know if I'm on yet. Hope so. Hope I'm on. Can't tell. Think so. Anyway, here to do the drawing. Can't tell if it's live streaming or not. It's not coming up, of course. I don't know why it always does this to me. I think it's coming up. I think it's coming up. Of course not. Maybe. Live streaming now. Come on. Anyway, I'm here getting ready for the drawing. And I got a lot of... it is up. Yay! Hi, Magical Mandy. How are you? My drawing is for 2 free readings. I'm doing 2 because I hope you win. Because I was doing them for every 25 viewers I got. Hugs I got, sorry. And I got 25 and did a reading. I mean a drawing. And Bella LaCrone won. And then I was going to do one at 50 and then one at 75, but I got them so back to back. I'm doing a double drawing, so I'm doing one for 50 and one for 75, and now I'm at I believe it's 89 or 88 hugs. I'm saying hugs. And so when I hit 100, I'm doing a drawing like you. I saw that you were doing one too, so I'm so excited about that. We're both doing not a drawing, a giveaway. And I've got my stuff here to show. I was not going to show it till I hit 95. I got that from you. But then I thought, I've got it all together, so I'm just going to show what I'm sending out when I hit 100. Thank you. I'm so excited. I don't know how it happened so quick. A lot of it is because of Jen. Bless her heart. She is our mama bear. You were right about that. She is just amazing. And so I can't wait to get that going. I can't wait till I hit 100. Just not so much because I want 100, but because I want to send this out. I'm so excited about sending somebody some goodies. I know. I'm just thrilled that I get to do it, and I want to do it all the time, but you know, of course, you can't afford to just do that. But man, it'll be fun. She really does. Jen is just amazing. She is an amazing force. I love her to pieces. And I came on a little early so I could be sure to get everybody in here by the time that we're supposed to do the drawing at 4. So I am very excited about that. And I have a habit of looking at the screen and not looking at the camera, and so I'm sorry about that. I try not to do that, but it's hard to, I want to see everything going on, so I tend to look at the screen and not the camera, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, so I thought tonight I would just show everything going out in the love kit and in the giveaway, and then do the drawing. And I'm a little worried, I got to tell you, about my electricity going off, so I'm praying everyone's here for the drawing, and then if not, the playback will tell them that they won. Nobody has to be here for the drawing to win, so that's a good thing. But I'm a little worried because we have this storm and it's not going right over us, but it's kind of going on the outskirts, and the thunder has just been crazy. So I'm a little worried it might cut my electricity off, and so I'm praying it doesn't do that, because I really want to be sure that everybody gets in on it. I actually live in Northern California. We are an amazing community. We really are. We really, really are, and I'm so grateful to have been welcomed into the community like I have. It's been amazing that everyone has just been like, "Come on, Linnea, join us," and I've been just so blessed, so blessed. I can't believe I got so lucky. But like I said, a lot of it is Jen. I just fell in love with her. I started watching Jen way back like in October of last year, and I didn't have the guts to say anything to her really. I would lurk, and her and Lady Grave Dancer and Sunshine Morningstar really kind of brought me, I had all this stuff that I wanted to practice, but I didn't know how, and they kind of brought me into knowing how to do that and add it to my practice and incorporate it in my craft. And so I was so grateful to them, and I kind of lurked on everybody's channels, and then Jen just kind of brought me out into starting to talk to her and getting more involved in her lives. And then I decided, you know what, I want to do this. I want to help someone else come out of their shell. So I just decided to do my own channel, and it kind of took off, and I'm just so thrilled. So thrilled. I love storms too. I do love them, but I don't like rain. Isn't that funny? I don't know if you can hear it, but it's really thundering. I like the storms when you have thunder and lightning and the rain and the storm, and it's really storming. I love that, but I don't like just rain. I don't enjoy that. They really do. They make it easy to feel down to earth. I know. I have viewers from let me see, Holland. I have viewers from England. I have viewers from, I think, I'm trying to remember. There's another. It's terrible because everybody's new and I'm new, so I don't have everybody down. But I have viewers from all over the place, and it's so cool because I get to talk to these viewers from everywhere. And then like last night I had kind of a later in the evening chat, so that was cool. It's so neat. Oh, my eyes don't want to work. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mandy. That means so much coming from you. I just love your channel. I love your voice. Okay, that's my computer. It's so noisy. My computer is so noisy. I really do. I do have so many friends that are just so amazing. And I get to chat to them, and a lot of them lurk. I notice a lot of them don't come out and talk, and that's okay. I'm happy they enjoy me. That makes me, I'm just thrilled that people enjoy watching me and watching my videos. And I got my monthly report, and people are actually sharing my videos, which made my heart feel so good. Made my heart happy. That's the truth. And I love watching videos. I sit and watch so many videos. I watch your videos. I watch Jen's videos. I watch videos of people who are not like big. They have just little amount of videos, and I watch their videos, and I learn so much. I get ideas that I never thought of. It never occurred to me. It's so fun. I really enjoy YouTube. I really enjoy YouTube. I think it's a blessing. I wear my normal glasses, but you want to know a secret? I'm a 6 size because I have bifocals, but they've gotten to where they don't work, and my insurance won't pay for another doctor visit until it's been a year, and I think I've got like 5 months left or 4 months. So this is what I do. I wear reading glasses, and see, I can see the screen so much better, but I look funny, so I don't wear them. So the screen is blurry, and I have to tip my head up to get my bifocals to work, and I look like a silly goose, but that's okay. I am a silly goose. I should have grabbed me a cup of coffee before we started, but I forgot. So I'm drinking the remnants. But I can't wait to do the drawing, because then I get to do 2 this time. I just did a reading, oh gosh, forget trying to let me remember time because I'm terrible at it, but it's been a few days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, for someone that I actually forgot in the drawing, and I felt so guilty I forgot to add her name. So I wrote her and I said, I totally forgot to add you, so I'm just going to do a reading for you. And she was like, you don't have to do that. And I said, yes, I do have to do that. That was really a terrible oversight. So I just did a reading for her anyway. And it was such a good reading. It came out so positive, first of all, and it was really kind of really on for her. So I was just so happy about it. And now I'm just excited because I get to do a couple more readings. I mean, I do readings in between anyway, and so that's cool, but it's really fun when someone wins one. That's just so neat. Okay, I will. If you're sure that's okay, I'll run and grab me some. I'll be right back. Rosie, I was going to get some coffee. You hang tight. No, you stay in here because you're just going to ring my bells in a minute. You just wait. Sorry, kid. No, I want you to stay because you're just going to ring my bell, and I don't want to get up. My dog, she can't make up her mind, so she comes in, she goes out, she comes in, and I don't want to have to get up in the middle of a live and go get her. Oh, thank you so much. She's a sweetheart. Hi, Heather. How are you? I jumped out for a minute to grab some coffee. She is adorable. She's so, yeah, she's like, I don't know what you're doing. Oh, she was going to lay on that pillow. Now she can't make up her mind. On my meditation cushion. Can you see her? You going to lay there? You going to meditate, Rose? Is that too little? Sorry, kid. Her bed is in the living room, so. Yeah. She's an old gal. Her name is Rosie. And she is, let me see now, she's about 10 and a half or 11. And we rescued, she was a puppy maker. She's had just tons of litters. And they didn't even charge anything for her. They charged $40 for the gas for them to meet us halfway. And when they gave her to us, they were just like, here you go. It was really sad. It was really sad. But she's a very happy girl now and spoiled rotten. So, and we always adopt, and it's usually a golden. We're a golden family. Yeah, she likes Mom's meditation cushion. She would rather have my hand on her, and I have to tell her, it's okay, okay. And then she'll walk away usually, but she's not gonna today. She's a rotten girl. She's a rotten girl, but I love her to pieces. Oh, is he? And what kind of dog do you have? You have 4 cats? I have 2 cats. I have Juju and Smokey. And Juju is let me think if I can say it right. He's a northern Norwegian forest cat. He's huge. And he's another one that's spoiled. And then I have just he's not Siamese. He's that other one that looks like Siamese. And every time I think of that breed, I think Dumpling, because we used to have a different one that was, his name was Dumpling. I never think of the breed, I always think Dumpling. Yeah, she does want her moments of fame. She wants to be on the camera too, huh? And sometimes she thinks she's a lap dog, and she'll try to actually get on me, and she's huge. I mean, she's really heavy because she's overweight. Mom gives her too many snacks. I don't know if you can see her full body. She's actually, here, let me see. Rosie. Oh, you really can't see her whole body, but she's actually an overweight golden. And so she weighs a lot for her breed. Because like I said, Mom gives her snacks, and so she tries to get on me, and it's just hysterical because she's so heavy. She's a heavy girl. Oh, Mastiff. Briggs is a Beagle American Bull. Oh, you're so lucky. I love bulldogs, and I love Mastiffs. Is he, what kind of Mastiff? Is he an English Mastiff, or? Oh, Heather, you know what? I adopted my cats too. They weren't strays, but I did adopt them. I'm trying to think, Smokey, where we adopted him from. He was a kitten. We adopted him as a kitten, but Juju we got from a gal who was moving, and she had to let him go. And you know, the sad part is when I go to Texas, I can't take them either because my Himalayan. Yes, Mandy, that's what he is. He's a Himalayan. Thank you. Thank you so much. I always think he's a dumpling because we had one before, but yes, he's a Himalayan. Thank you for that. But we got to move my son where we're moving to. My son has two really large cats, and they're mean. They're not nice to other cats. And first of all, I don't want to put my cats through a 3 to 4 day move in a vehicle. That's the first reason. But I could do that, but then I've got to take them someplace where they're going to be, I mean, he said they're just terrible to other cats. They can't get another cat because they just beat the living daylights out of them. They gang up on them, and I don't want to put my cats through that. So we're adopting them out before we go, because I just can't stand the thought of them having to go through that trip and then being tortured. So all of it together, I think it's just going to be too much on them. So we're going to adopt them out before we go. Oh my Lord, that is a big dog. There goes the thunder again. I just hope I don't lose. We got 10 minutes left till the drawing, and I just hope I don't lose electricity before we do it. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's pretty loud. I know it, Mandy. I love old dogs. I think that's why we always adopt older dogs. Is the sad part of it is you adopt an older dog and then you lose them so quickly. It's just like you get 4 or 5 years with them and then you lose them. And Goldens are really, I think I've said this before, but they're really susceptible to lymphoma, and we've lost a couple to lymphoma. So it's a risk you take on top of the risk you take of losing them, of course, because they're older. But at the same time, it's the joy of knowing you give them that last little bit of their life really, happy and fun and that kind of thing. So I did do one. I did a witchy tour. I think it's been oh, you're so welcome, Marge. I think it's been like, oh gosh, I don't know, maybe 6 videos back or so, I did a witchy tour. Or maybe it was like my 4th or 5th video. I did a witchy room tour. But if there's anything you want to see, tell me and I'll take you over there. It's not a problem. I don't mind showing. Yes, exactly, Mandy. That's how I always feel. But we plan on, once we get to Texas, we plan on getting a puppy. Well, not right when we get to Texas, but after we've gotten settled and been there a little bit. And my son, so my son gave us his home, which is a mobile home, and he's going to buy some land, move it out to his land, so we're going to be in the country and be able to get some, you know, pigs and chickens and goats and all that good stuff, and he's going to buy a newer home and move it out to the property as well. So we're both going to have our own little area out in the country. Well, when that happens, we're going to get a puppy, maybe 2 Goldens. And hopefully Rosie will still be around, because I think she would love that, because she had all her puppies taken away from her, and I think she would love to have a puppy or 2 to baby. I have 3 at the moment. Do you want to see them? Hi, Shauna. How you doing, girl? Welcome. Okay, yeah, that would be awesome. If you want to see them, I'll grab them, Mandy. I have one that's brass, and then the 2 on the shelf there, and I can bring them over. It's not a problem. I'll go grab them. Do you really want out? Because if I let you out, don't ring my bells, because I'm not letting you back in, okay? Owie, you're stepping on my toes. Okay. Oh, I don't think I can carry that guy with one hand. So I have this brass one, and I use for my ashes and grinding up like charcoal and that kind of thing, or my outside herbs. I even use it for sulfur and my outside herbs, as long as they're not herbs I'm going to use like for inside or anything like that. So when I'm going to do a house protection and go around my house, I use this big guy, because he's really deep, and it's really good for that. And this is not a pestle. It's actually from an old sieve for canning. It was my mother's. I do too. I want so many, and I need one more. I'm going to get one from Jen next time she has a real small one and I have the money. With the move coming up, it's going to be a while. And then this guy is my resin one, and this was my mother-in-law's. This, you can tell it's a resin mortar and pestle. It's all stained in there. And I clean it, but I don't clean it. I don't use water or soap or any of that. I just wipe it, because I think that all the magical workings that are in it just stay magical, and I like that. Thank you. This one was also my mother's. She used it for a planter, but I don't think she realized it was real brass, and I shined it up really nice, and that's what I use it for, as a mortar and pestle. It's probably a planter, but that's what I use it for. And then, like I said, this was my mother-in-law's, and I'll grab my big boy for you, and that's my herb. It's my herb one, and it weighs a ton. It's a heavy one. It's granite, and I love it. I just got this one recently. My daughter bought it for me. So this part shows the granite, and this part is black. But if you look up close, you can see the granite in it. It's so beautiful. I just love it. It's just, I love it. And like I said, I haven't had it very long. A couple of months is all. But it's just beautiful. And it's so rough on the inside. It works so well. And it's, like I said, it's a big boy. It's so heavy. But it's stone, and I just love that about it. So this is my newest one. I just, I would collect 100 if I could, but I want a small one for poisonous herbs, because right now I do them. I have one. I'll show you what I have. So I have a magic bullet, and this is my littlest cup, and this is what I use for the poisonous herbs, and it has its own blade. So I don't use anything in this, and this blade doesn't get used for anything else. So that's what I do with my poisonous things. So like my mandrake, or you know, when I get foxglove, or when I get any of those others. Right now I only have mandrake, and see, my dog is ringing my bells. Or agrimony, or those. Are you coming? I opened it, Rose. Guess not. Anyway, so that's what I use for poisonous right now, but I would really like, she just sold a pewter one. Was that to you, Mandy? The pewter one? I can't remember who just bought that one, but I wanted it so bad, and I just couldn't do it right then. So I can't remember who it was to, but it was to somebody that's always in the room, and I couldn't get it. So, and then she had another small one I was gonna get, and I couldn't do that one either. Yeah, Heather, you're so lucky. I have a greenhouse, and I was going to start a bunch of seeds this year, and then we decided to move right away, so I can't do anything. And I'm actually going to sell my greenhouse, because you don't need a greenhouse in Texas. It's nice and humid there. So I'm going to go ahead and, guess what? It's 4 o'clock. We get to do the drawing. I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and sell my greenhouse, and do my own gardening once we get there. I can't do a lot of gardening in the park he lives in. I can do pot gardening, but you can't plant in the actual park. You can only do it in pots, which is okay with me. I don't mind that. Okay, guys, so here are all my names, and as you can see, I don't have near as many names as I'd like to have. I'm going to check right quick and make sure I didn't get any new subscribers, because I don't want to miss anybody. So I'm just going to check that right quick. So I'm not leaving you. I'm just in another page. And I got the same. Oh, I got 1 new subscriber. Let me check. I'm not supposed to say that word. See if I can see them right quick. It takes forever. You gotta love technology, right? And it is going to show me or not show me. Going to not show me, of course. Doggone it. I tried so hard to leave as many messages as possible to show people how to unblock their subscriptions so that it would show, because that's the only way I can enter everybody. Okay, I'm back. But I think either people didn't catch it, or they kind of want to stay private, which is okay. I just can't. I don't mind you saying the word in my channel. I just heard that, and I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that Facebook doesn't like, YouTube doesn't like it. I don't mind it being said. I want to buy a piece of her art too. I think that Jen is going to be quite famous one of these days. I don't think she realizes it, because she says she's not an artist, but I think she very much is an artist. If you plant in the shade, Heather, you don't need shade cloth. It's just the humidity does it all up for you. Oh, I thought you were already, I've got you entered, so I'm glad you did. So that was you, okay. All right, guys, you got to finish getting ready for work. Shauna, I'm going to do the drawing right now. If you want to hang out just 1 second. Here we go. I'm dropping them in the hat. Oops, I dropped one. Okay. I put the hat above my head. I close it up and I shake them really good. And then I just reach in and up here I grab one. And I'm actually grabbing 2 today. So we'll see. We'll see who it is. I'm going to mix them up a little in my hand and grab the one that feels good. Okay, this one feels good. This one is Dark Prince Lucy. Dark Prince Lucy. So Dark Prince Lucy gets a reading. That's who won this one. I don't know if she's in here, but if she is, Dark Prince Lucy won. Dark Prince Lucy won. Okay, one more time. I'm pulling another name. Here we go. Here we go. Next name. Zale. Zale won. I can't read the last name because I've got it folded. I know his name starts. Zale Rain. That's who it is. Zale Rain. So Zale Rain won a reading. So we got Zale Rain and Dark Prince Lucy. How did I cheat? Zale Rain and Dark Prince Lucy both won readings. Yay, yay. Okay, I want to show you guys how I do the what I'm sending for, sorry about that, what I'm sending for the giveaway for 100 subscribers. I want to show that right quick. I was going to wait till I got in the 90s, but I had it all together anyway, and I thought, I'm just going to show it because I'm so excited. So I'm going to show everything that I got. And, sorry. Okay. So I'm just going to show everything that I got to go out in my giveaway. So here we go. The first thing is I got 3 sticks of Palo Santo. Those are going out. 3 sticks of Palo Santo. And I can smell them through the bag. They're absolutely amazing. They come from Ecuador Palo Santo, or Palo Santo, Ecuador. And they're a very reputable, well, as reputable as you can get. You know, you kind of have to come up with some trust, like Jen says. But they supposedly are gathered off the ground when the tree has dropped its limb. So as far as we know, they're very, they don't chop the tree down. So we'll hope that's very true. So that's one of the things that's going out in the giveaway, 3 sticks of Palo Santo. And that'll last a good long time, 3 sticks. That's good. Good long time. And then I have an entire set, 2 of each, of chime candles that's going out. So it's 2 yellow, 2 purple, 2 red, 2 orange, 2 white, 2 black, 2 light blue, 2 dark blue. So those are going out, an entire set of chime candles. So that's another thing going out in the giveaway. You never smelled it before. Oh, it's delicious. It's so good. It's such a good thing to smell. And it makes your house smell amazing. And let me tell you about Palo Santo. It's a smudge thing, a smudge stick. So you light it, it usually extinguishes itself, but if it doesn't, after it gets a good burn, just blow it out. And then you just walk the smudge, the smoke around your area that you're wanting to smudge, your items, or your home, or your room, or wherever it is you want to smudge. You just walk that around, get the smoke on or around. I smudge my jars with it before I do my herbs or before I do my spells, and I do my house with it. I just do everything with it. And so what Palo Santo does is it takes out and removes the negativity, but it also brings the positivity. So for instance, with sage, which I also use constantly, I don't know if you can see my stick over there, but it's a brand new one. It's almost half gone, but I use sage all the time as well. But however, with sage, it takes out the negativity, but most people excuse me, burn sweetgrass to bring the positivity back in or lighten up the positivity. So with Palo Santo, you don't have to do that. It does it all. It takes out the negativity and it brings in the positivity all in one fell swoop. So that's something that you should know about Palo Santo. It's a good thing. Etsy is good, but I will be honest with you, Amazon's cheaper. I didn't say that. I got 36 sticks for $16.99. Just saying. So, anyway, the next thing I'm sending out is a loose herb bundle, and it's a lot. I made it a lot. And what this, it's an incense, loose herb incense. And what this does is it's a light veil incense for those that want to. You're so welcome. For those that want to work with ancestors, work with spirit, or work with their goddess or god, it actually opens the veil a bit. It lightens and thins that veil so that you get an easier time. So, for instance, if you meditate beforehand, before working with your spirit guides, goddess or god, ancestors, if you're a hedge witch, before you cross over, do your hedge flying. If you want to work, if you want to meditate first, this is a great incense to burn for that. So I'm sending that out as well. If it's not something that you're interested in, if you don't work with spirit or you don't work with your spirit guides and you don't necessarily want to use it for that, put your own intention into it and switch it to what you do want to use it for. I suggest you put your own intention into it anyway, even if you are going to use it for that, because at the moment it has my intention in it. And you should always put your own magic in everything that you receive, in my opinion. And so that's going out. And then I have 4 boxes of 25, I believe, or is it 12? Oh, that's the Spanish side. Oh, come on, it's got to say on here somewhere. I think it's 12. It's going to say, I'm going to keep reading because it's going to say somewhere. It's not going to say. I can't remember if it's 20 or 12. Sorry, guys. And it's not going to tell me on here. Of course. Anyway, I have 4 boxes of them. And they are one of Lady Grave Dancer's favorites and one of mine. They are a sandalwood incense. Sandalwood incense. And I'm sending you 4 boxes of that. Where am I at? 4 boxes of those to go out because I have a ton, so I'm going to send 4 boxes of those. So they're sandal incense from him. So I'm sending 4 boxes, 4 of those. Yeah, those are coming in the giveaway as well. And then last but not least, now I gave you the chime candles for any spells you have to do, and I don't know if you know how to use them, but I am sending a mirror. If you don't know how to use the mirrors, burn some incense to help. I'm just starting to practice those things. Awesome. Yes. You burn the incense and then you do the meditation. It helps a lot. Hubby came home. I got to get off, fixing to eat, watch a movie, and cuddle. Ah, yay, Mandy. Have a great time. Have a great night. Thank you so much for coming. Loves. Loves, loves, loves. Okay, so what I gave you to go along with these chime candles is a little bit of something you can use with your candle magic, and that is oh, this is going to be weird. Look at that. Ta-da! Endless video. A mirror. A candle mirror. And this actually, you can put the candle on top. It is a candle burner. Literally, you can put the candle on top. So what you do to do that, I don't want to use this mirror because I'll just tell you. So what you do is, look at that. You take a candle, a chime candle, just give me one sec. I've got one right here. And I'm going to get my own mirror. have a bunch of these puppies because I use them. So this is not the new mirror that I'm sending to you, which is this. That's the new mirror. This is my mirror, okay? So what you do is you grab your match or your lighter, you light it, and you melt a little bit of the bottom of the candle onto the mirror. Just going to do that till it drips a little bit. And then you take your, lit the wick, and then you take your candle and you stick it on there, like so. And when you let it go, it stands alone. Now you're working with candle magic with a mirror, so it's amplifying your spell. See, it's reflecting that spell and making it stronger. Another thing you can do with, well, I don't want to get into a bunch of candle magic on this live feed. She is a sweetheart. Mandy is such a sweetheart. Exactly, reflect the light and energy. So I'm sending that mirror as well. Then when you light your candle, whatever spell you've done, whatever oils you've rubbed it in, or incense or any of that, your herbs, you've got that spell going, and you've actually amplified the magic, amplified the energy, amplified all of it, especially if you've put a lot of intention into it. So I'm sending, exactly, it's more powerful. So I'm sending that mirror, I'm sending the candles, I'm sending the incense, I'm sending the Palo Santo for you to cleanse everything with, and I'm sending the incense for you to burn while you're doing so. So I've sent you an entire kit for magic. That's exactly what I'm sending. So it's a nice little bundle, and that is the giveaway for when I reach 100 subscribers. So that's the giveaway. Can't wait till we do it. I'm not worried about the subscribers. I just want to do a giveaway. I'm so stinking excited about being able to give people something. It's going to be so fun. It's going to be so much fun. So much fun. And I told my hubby I was doing a giveaway, and he said, "You're giving things away already?" And I said, "I'm almost 100 subscribers," and he was shocked. And I am shocked. I just can't believe how quick it went, and I really owe a lot of that to Jen, the taxidermy witchifer. I owe her so much because she has such a wonderful group of people, and I owe you all. I owe you all because you've been so supportive of me and welcomed me in like I always belonged here, and I feel like I belong to such a great family. And thank you all for being that way with me, because I almost feel undeserving. I just love you all so much, and I really, 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 really appreciate you all so much, and thank you for that. It means so much to me that I walked in the door and you all just opened your arms to me. It's overwhelming, and it means so much to me. It really does. It really does mean so much to me. So thank you for that, and I love it, and I love you, and yes, I could get teary because it is a great feeling to just have so many people welcome you. It's a great feeling. So we're going to move on. So what is everyone doing, and what are we all up to, and how are you, and all that good stuff. Oh, thank you, Heather. I tried to be really thoughtful when I put the gift together and try to cover every element so everyone can actually get everything, that they needed to actually do something, complete something. And so I'm happy that you think it's a good gift, because I really wanted it to be complete. I really did want it to be complete. So I'm glad you think it's a good gift. I'm excited. I can't wait to send it to somebody. So, oh, thank you so much, Heather. Thank you. Jen is so generous and such a kind, loving being, and so knowledgeable. I just love watching her. I love watching her, and her lives are amazing. So you're new. How new are you, Heather? Isn't it awesome how being new, you just get welcomed in and enveloped in these people? It's just so cool. I'm going to move all this. Oh, I'm going to take my names out and put them back in my band so I don't lose them. I keep everybody's name in a little in a little band I have, so they'll be there next time. I think I'm going to have to change up the way I do drawings, though, because I feel so guilty about the people that I miss. Because I know that not all my subscribers are showing to me. And when I'm in a live and I know that people are subscribing to me, and sorry, I'm using that word again. I know that people are hugging me. I know, it's so exciting to give gifts. That's exciting. I want to do it all the time, but of course, you know, you can't afford it, but I would love to do it all the time. But I think I have to change the way I do it, just because I know there are tons of subscribers that I'm missing. And I feel guilt over that, but at the same time, I guess if I did it a different way, like someone had suggested I just do it with the people who are in the chat. But then that would be, like right now we've only got 5 viewers. Whereas this way I'm getting like, I think I've got now 62 people that I get to enter. So that's a lot more than 5. So I don't know. I don't know exactly what to do about it. But I know I'm going to keep doing drawings. I may have to spread them out where I'm not doing them every 25. Ooh! Knocked my desk. But I know I want to keep doing drawings because it's just a blast, and I love doing readings. And although I do readings in between, there's just something more exciting about it when you're doing a reading somebody won. That's just flippin' awesome. So excuse me for drinking my coffee, but I haven't got to have a whole lot today. I've been really busy. So let me say this right quick. Dark Prince Lucy, if you're watching and if you watch the replay of this, you can contact me on my Facebook page, which is listed in the information bar. You can send me a message on there and I'll get it. It says within 24 hours, but I'll get it sooner than that. I have my phone on me at all times and it comes through my phone. So send me a message and we will set up a time to do your reading. And I do readings on Skype. I do them on Facebook video chat, and if you're not comfortable with that, with the one-on-one face-to-face thing, I do them through email and I do them on Messenger. So we can still talk, but we're not face-to-face. I also do them over the phone if that's more convenient. Whatever works for you, I'm willing to do it because you won and you're the boss. And that's how I do that. And that's how I do all my readings. If anyone's interested in a reading, just message me on my page, which is listed, and we'll go from there. Zale Rain, same thing to you. Zale, I'm happy you won too. I'm so happy, Dark Prince Lucy, that you won as well. You're a new subscriber to me, and it made me excited. You both are, that you won. And Zale, I said subscriber again. Zale, same thing. Just message me on my Facebook page, Lunea, that's listed down there, and we will work it out. And you guys, like I said, it's your choice how we do it, but we'll do it. So I'm excited. I love doing readings. Hi, Witchy Woman. Good to see you. Glad you could join us. So we did the drawing, and Dark Prince Lucy and Zale Rain each won a reading. So excited. Green Witch, okay, that's awesome, Heather. I will say, oh, you don't. So do you use candles in your green witchery? So like when you're working in the kitchen, do you use candles? I think you can too. I just think some people don't like you saying it in their channel. I think that's what it is. But I don't think YouTube gets upset at the word. I don't know. I heard that, but I don't know that it's true. Yeah, it was really cool, Witchy. It was really cool. I just love doing drawings. They're so fun. I don't know. I was talking about maybe spacing them out further because this time I went from like 42 subscribers to 70 or 69 in like a night. So maybe no, I went from 42 to 75 in like a night. So it's maybe I'll make them further apart than 25. I don't know. Just depends on how things go over the next couple weeks. We'll see. But it's awesome. It's awesome to do drawings and giveaways. I have a giveaway coming up at 100. So if you so I'm giving away a mirror, a candle mirror. This actually holds a candle, or 2 or 3, how many ever candles you want. I'm giving away a full set of chime candles, 3 sticks of Palo Santo, some light veil incense, which actually helps with spirit work of any kind, spirit guides, ancestors, goddess, God, any type of spirit work. And it's an incense. And then also sandal incense, 4 boxes of sandal incense. So I kind of covered the gambit on what people would need for a spell. Gotcha, Heather. That's awesome. Well, hopefully if you win this, you can find some use for the things that I send. You know, that, like I said, if you put your own intention into the incense and, you know, you repurpose it, you can use it for just about anything. Thank you, Shadow. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's coming up when I hit 100 subscribers. I get to do that. I kind of wish I had set it for 80 subscribers. Then I could be doing it now. It's so exciting. I love doing the drawings and doing the. It's. I think it's just as exciting for the people doing it as it is the people getting it, because I just can't wait to send it out. And I wish I could do it more often, because I think the giving is just as fun as the receiving, if not funner. Yes, Heather, last year my garden was my everything. I just hate that this year we're leaving so right when it's time to kind of get it going, but that's okay. That's okay. It's going to be a nice future, and I'm really looking forward to the actual trip. I think I'm going to do like Jen when we go. We're doing the actual move at the end of April, beginning of May, and I'm hoping there are people that I can meet on the way. We're not going the way she's going. She's got to go down through California and across, because the quickest way across is I-10. And so we're hoping to meet people on the way as well. I'm hoping to meet people on the way as well. I don't know how my family's going to feel about stopping, but I didn't ask, so there you go. You know, Heather, yes, I can definitely grow in my containers once I get moved. It's just, I miss it now. I want to get my hands in the dirt. You know what I mean? But Heather, I think there's a lot to be said for, I don't know how to say that. I'm going to catch some shade anyway, so I don't care. But, you know, practice is one thing, but practice is another. Do you know what I mean by in a literal term? So, I don't know how to say it without just sounding blunt, but go for it. Go for it. You know, if you have a spell that you'd like to try, grab a candle, throw it on a mirror, and go for it. Because it'll either work or it won't. And the more often you do it, the better you'll get at it. And that's practice. Do you understand what I mean? Oh, awesome. I hope you win. I hope you win. Because that's good. I see what you mean now. I understand what you mean, excuse me, by practice. Because I thought you were saying you needed to practice before you could start doing anything. And I don't want you to feel like you have to go over here and practice before you can actually start trying to do spells, because spell work is about practice. Your practice is about practice. So that's what I just misunderstood. Yeah, that would be awesome if you won and you could actually practice with my items. That would be cool. Now, if you win, people are going to think I set it up. I didn't set it up. There was a gentleman in here earlier I had to dismiss because he was just rude. I guess you get, there's a word for that people use. I don't know what the word is, but you get those people in every channel. Someone was talking about it earlier, that to be ready for that. So I was ready, and someone else taught me how to do what I did, so I was ready. That was nice. Nice that they taught me how to do it, so. Bask in the moon glow and not worry about moon spells, because the moon puts its own spell on me. I understand. Trolls. Yes, witchy woman. Thank you. Add a troll. I do know what you mean. I do not work with the moon as often as I should, especially here lately. Yes, not nice people. I don't work with the moon here lately as much as I should. I'm going to do my best to do some workings tonight, because I got this move coming up and I really need to, there's really some things I need to take care of, but I do not work with the moon as often as I should. I definitely don't. I'm so guilty of that, because I enjoy it so much that I find myself, like you, just enjoying the moon and not doing what I should do. Although last full moon I did do some workings. Oh, thank you, Heather. I appreciate that. Yeah, I just got rid of them, but I didn't report because I was trying to get back to the live, so I appreciate that very much. I do. I do. Well, I'm glad you all got to see my doggy too. That was kind of cool. She's and she rang the bells just like I told you she would. So she wanted out, so I let her out, and then she rang the bell. Of course, when I went to let her back in, she was gone, but I knew she'd ring the bell. So I have bells hanging on my door. When she wants in, she rings the bells. Yes, a new moon tonight. And I need to definitely do some workings on that new moon, because with this move coming up, there's a lot I really need to let go of, like my attachment to this house, my attachment to this room. Do you notice I have really literally done nothing? But this weekend, I'm doing a live this weekend, probably Saturday. I'll announce it by Friday for sure. I'll announce if it's going to be Saturday or Sunday by Friday, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be Saturday. I'm going to do a live and go through my herb cabinet, because I'm going to pack my herbs in little baggies and put them back in the jars to pack the jars. But as I go through and pack them in the baggies, yeah, she did. She just wanted to make sure I was here. As I pack them into the baggies and put them back in the jar, I thought I would just do a live and explain what each herb I have is, and what I use it for and what it can be used for. And I may have to do it in increments, because I don't want to have like a 5-hour video, but at the same time, Jen does like 15-hour videos, so maybe I will, who knows. And I asked a bunch of people in my last live if they thought that'd be interesting, and they did. So I'm just going to go for it. So it'll be this weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. And I don't know if you can see how big that herb cabinet is, but that's not all I have. I have another area over here, and it's full of herbs too. So I have, and then I have an area over here. So I have a lot of herbs. So, and I have, I wanted to do videos. I think I said this in the last live too. I wanted to do videos on all my herbs, because, oh, awesome, Heather. I appreciate that. Thank you, Witchy. I would love to show them. I wanted to do, when I have the need, I don't plan far in advance. Yeah, I try to plan far in advance, but I stink at it sometimes. I wanted to do videos on my herbs, but then we found out we were moving to Texas and it was a quick gonna do it soon thing, and so I really can't do a compilation of herb videos before we go, and I don't know how long it's going to take me to get set up once we move. So I thought I'm just going to go through them as I pack, and because I have a lot of herbs that you don't hear about on Facebook. I did get to do one video on agrimony and angelica, which I was really happy I got to do, because those are two herbs I don't hear a lot about on Facebook. And I have a lot of herbs you don't hear a lot about on Facebook, so I just wanted to do that so badly, and so I'm this way I'll get to, so that will be fun. Okay, here's why, Heather. So I was going to just pack them in their jars and pack up the jars and throw them in a box, and I had this dream that I did that, and my jars broke, and the glass ruined my herbs. And I have like hundreds of dollars in herbs, so I woke up the next day and went, okay, I have to pack them in baggies and put them back in the jars, because that way if the glass breaks, I won't lose my herbs. I love angelica too. It's, I use angelica in everything I make, because angelica is a huge booster to all spells. I don't know if you knew that, but it boosts every spell. It's in every spell you put it in, every jar you put it in, everything you put it in, it boosts the power of the spell. A lot like cayenne does the same thing, but you don't want to burn cayenne, it's going to choke you to death. But yeah, angelica does that, so I use angelica in everything. Anyway, that's why I won't pack them in the jar just by itself. Yeah, I'm going to put them in the baggies, because that dream just, oh my God, scared the crud out of me. I thought, oh no, I don't want to lose them all. Yeah, because wouldn't that be just terrible to lose all your herbs, or even just one or two of them? It would just be, oh my Lord, that would be terrible. Yeah, angelica is an amazing, amazing, amazing plant. It does so many things, but that's my number one use for it. And it takes so little. So I buy the root form of angelica, and I can just use 2 pieces, 1 piece, depending on how big whatever I'm doing is. Like this is my motivation jar. It's not working very well. I need to recharge it. But, so this is my little motivation jar, and in here I only have 1 little piece of angelica. Considering how icky it's working right now, it's not that I'm not motivated, it's that this is my witchy room, and I'm attached, and that's why I need to do some workings in the new moon tonight, because I'm having a really hard time letting go enough to pack it up. Anyway, I need to do some workings, but this is my motivation jar, and I just have 1 little tiny piece of angelica in there, because it really doesn't take much to boost a spell. It doesn't take much at all. So I buy it by the quarter pound, and it lasts me about 7 or 8 months. Oh, so when you make a spell, and I think I did a video on this, I'm not sure, but when you make a spell, like spell box, I have a bunch of boxes that are magic boxes, or a magic jar, like your witch's jar, your witch's balls, any of those things you make. A lot of people think you make them and you just put them up and they work forever. And the case is that they do work, but the magic weakens after time. I mean, anything weakens after time. And so, like oils, they get rancid after time and you have to replace them. It's the same thing with magic. It just weakens after time. So, you know how when you make it, you set your intention. I'm sorry, I do have to answer this. Someone is asking me when am I going live, and I need to tell them I am now. But you just reset your intention, and there you go. You just reset your intention in it. So, and that's how you charge it. So you grab it, you force your intention back into it. You visualize. When I do intention, I visualize an outcome, not the actual So I don't visualize myself when I do my motivation jar. I don't visualize myself being motivated to, say, clean the house. I visualize the house being spotless. So it's already done. I don't, do you understand what I mean? I visualize the outcome of the spell as I'm setting my intention in it. So that's how I do intention. That's how I recharge. And I do that to my spells about I try to do it every month, but I usually end up doing it about every 3 months, which is fine. It doesn't have to be done every month. I'm an OCD person, but if you do it every 3 to 6 months, you're doing fine. It's not like it wears off that soon. I try to do my witch's balls at least once a year. My magic boxes, I try to do monthly, just because I'm OCD. But if you get them done every 6 months or so, every 3 to 6 months, you're doing fine. But everything needs to be recharged. Yeah. Magic does dissipate after a while. Another thing I do is, I don't know if anyone else does this, but I make up I'll show you. I make up an incense blend, or not an incense blend, but an herbal blend. I don't know if you can hear me when I'm across the room. It's not an incense blend, it's an herbal blend. And I have to keep it down here because it's huge, and I just don't have room in any of my other herbal areas. But I have this big jar, and I work it, I mix it up about every 2 to 3 months. And it's just a bunch of protection herbs. And so it's salt and a lot of herbs. And I mix it up. And then I take this, and there's graveyard dirt in here. There's even bank dirt in here. There's money salt in here, and there's a little money oil. And I take this around my house every month. And I spread it from one corner all the way around my property. I even go out in the road and go around our cars, because some of our cars are parked in the road. So I even go around where our cars are parked. It smells like heaven. And I go from one corner of our property all the way around and back to that corner. And I do that every month. And the reason is I learned that from Lady Grave Dancer. It's protection, and you just protect yourself. I also have herbs in here that make the family happy. I even put a little bit of sugar in here to sweeten up the family, keep everybody loving each other and happy. And I do it all at once. So I protect everybody. I make everybody happy. I make everybody love each other all at once. I do that together. And I spread that around my house every month. Awesome, Shadow Witch. That's awesome. I do make my own recipe. I use every protection herb I have in my collection. Agrimony, rosemary, bay leaf. Off the top of my head, it's hard because I have so many herbs. I keep an apothecary book. I'll show you. I keep an apothecary book because I can't remember them all. On top of having so many, the honest truth is I'm old. That's the honest truth. I'm old. I'm 53, and so remembering everything is difficult. So I made my own apothecary book, and so in this book, it's a lot like people use a book of shadows, and they do that to keep notes and so on and so forth. And a lot of people keep their herbal notes in their book of shadows. Okay, I'll show you something else. This is my book of shadows. My book of shadows is like 30 years old. There is literally no way I could fit all my herbal information in my book of shadows. There's a lot of it in here, but I copied it over to my apothecary book because there's just no way I could keep it all in here. So Now I have an apothecary book. Let me catch up real quick on chat. Lady Grave, yeah. Herbs for protection, graveyard dirt, and bank dirt. Okay, the graveyard dirt, I use the graveyard dirt because Lady Grave Dancer does, but also because it's very big on protection, and that's the most I know about using it in that blend at the moment, is that it's really a big, strong protectant, and it adds to the protection of the herbs. So it kind of heightens the protection you have in the herbs, and that's what I know about putting it in protectant things, is that it's just a huge protectant. What else I know about graveyard dirt is that it repels things. So it repels any negativity coming at you, and that's why I want it in my blend that goes around my house. I want it to repel anything coming at me, and I also want it to oomph my oomph. I want it to enhance my protection that I've got going on. So that's why I use graveyard dirt. Now bank dirt I use because bank dirt draws money, and if I can draw any prosperity to my property, I definitely want to do that. So that's why I use the bank dirt. Oh, thank you so much, Witchy Woman. I make all my own books just because I can't find any blank books that satisfy me, and I want to be able to add. So this is just my own binding here, and this cover can come off, and then there's leather. I'll show you. Oh, hang on a sec, I gotta pull the cover. So there's leather back here, and that's what the binding is attached to, and I can just add pages anytime I want. So that's how I make my own books, and I just do that so that I can add anytime I want, and eventually this book will probably be as thick as this book, and that's why it's got extra. Anyway, it'll probably be as big as this book, and this book still has extra cover, so I can still add to it, and that's why this book has so much cover, so I can add to it. So I can eventually, it can be this big, and this big, and I can always buy more leather and add a different cover. So anyway, that's why I make the books that big. Yeah, I'm gonna put a bunch of my stuff out under the new moon tonight too. Yeah, graveyard dirt is a great thing, and I actually, Lady Grave Dancer talked about a certain spoon she uses. It's a silver spoon, and I actually just got to get some from, there's a thrift store here where they sell them for $1 a piece, silver spoons, and I actually just was able to get a few. So I have one just for that. And I keep baggies in my purse all the time, because you just never know where I'm going to get the inspiration to get some dirt. I recently got some from a Catholic church, and there's a college here. I want to get some from the college so bad. I want to get some school dirt just for memory, and I need that. I just need that so bad because my memory is terrible. I think that's why I haven't gotten a pretty BOS. I'm concerned with how permanent it is and how the order. Yeah, exactly. And my Book of Shadows, I do. I don't lay it out like necessarily for myself. I lay it out for my future, for my family. So like my views have changed over the years, and it's laid out like that. So it's got my views from the beginning when I started, and I made sure to include that in, because my first Book of Shadows was a notebook, but I included everything that I had thought back then in here. And then as I've changed and as my views have changed, I've added that to it. And now I've got new views since just in like the last, I'd say since maybe a year and 3 months or so, I've got new views, and I have not added that, and I need to do that because something could happen at any moment and it's not in there, so I need to do that. But what I was going to tell you was, I keep an apothecary book because I can't remember everything. And so what I do is, so individual herbs are added, of course, and a list of all the herbs I have added. But then I have this section right here, and my handwriting's sloppy, so don't judge. But I have a section here that has everything listed. So all the herbs for fertility, all the herbs for courage, all the herbs for protection, health, happiness, success, wisdom, attack magic, abundance, dreams, travel. So everything's listed in lines of what, health. So all I have to do when I'm making a spell now, because I've done all this, is go to protection, and what I do when I make that mix is I drop a bit of every single herb listed under protection in that jar. So it's really easy for me now because I have this to reference. So that's how I do that. When we were talking about how to make that, that's how I do it. I just kind of cheat now because I can, because I've made this book. And it just makes it easier for me now. But there are 2 books that I've used religiously, and I don't go without these 2 books. I don't think I could have lived without them. And even though I have all this information in my apothecary book, I still refer to these 2 books. Even though I've transferred most of the information, I still refer to them. So, and that's Jen's favorite, The Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs by Scott Cunningham. I live by this book. And then I have another book that I never hear mentioned on I'm just catching up right quick. Good, Heather, good. Silver spoons are great for collecting dirt. Let me just scroll up right quick. Gardening gloves and a knife. That's a good idea. I usually end up having to pull everything, and well, I have I'm just a nut. I have a pocket knife in my purse. I don't think of it. I usually end up having to break. I know I need a book on dirt and its properties. Yeah, it's easy. Maybe Lady Gravedancer has a video specifically on dirts. And so you should go watch that. It's a great informative video. I was going to say maybe I'll do one, but I don't want to compete because hers is just going to wipe mine off the map. It's just such a good video. Yeah, my husband kind of thought I was nuts too, but I can't help it. I do it anyway. I always need more, Heather. I always need more. I need more of everything. Anyway, the other book is called The Encyclopedia of Magical Ingredients, and this book I love. This is by Lexa Rosian. I always say her last name wrong, but it's Rosian. I'll show you. Lexa, is it? Yeah, Lexa Rosian. And it's a Wiccan Guide to Spell Casting. And again, it's called The Encyclopedia of Magical Ingredients. And this book is cool. It mentions chocolate. It mentions newspaper. It mentions Brussels sprouts, the color brown, buckwheat, buckeye, huckleberry, hyacinth. Those are herbs. I'm trying to think. Moldavite, Monday, the date Monday. I mean the day Monday. Moonstone, sand, saltpeter. It mentions just things you're not going to find in it. Snails, snake skin, things you're not going to find in an herbal book. Teeth, why teeth are magical. It just mentions all kinds of magical ingredients. It's an amazing book. I absolutely love it, and I recommend it to everybody. Yeah, Heather, if you have not watched Lady Gravedancer, I so recommend her to you. Hi, Mare. I'm glad you made it. Yay. But you've got to watch Lady Grave Dancer. She is so knowledgeable. Uh-oh, my lights flickered. If I lose you guys, I love you and I'm sorry. Divine, sacred beings of light and love, each and every one of you. But Lady Grave Dancer has taught me so much. Her, Jen, and Sunshine Morning Ray. If you haven't watched all of them, please go do that, because you're really cheating yourself if you haven't. Just amazing knowledge. I've learned so much. Anyway, this book, I highly recommend it. It covers just everything. Chocolate, teeth, snakeskin, newspaper. It covers everything that things you wouldn't even think were magical. It tells you why they are. So it's just a great book. It's worthy of looking into, if nothing else. Try to find it in a library and just check it out, because it's just an all-around fascinating read. So there's that one. I've got all this stuff piling up on my table because we've been talking so much. Luckily, I put my mortar and pestles up. Thankfully. Now, we did the drawing. Zale Rain won one of the readings, and Dark Prince Lucy won one of the readings. So that's who won the readings. I love Sunshine too. She's amazing. Hold that book up again. Okay. And it's by Lexa Rosian, and it's called the Encyclopedia of Magical Ingredients, A Wiccan Guide to Spell Casting. It's a great book. It's a great, great book. I'm not even kidding. Just things you couldn't imagine are magical. Did you get it, Shauna? I mean, Shadow Witch, did you get it? It's a good read, you guys. It really is. And Jen told us about an app called Thrift Books or Thrifty Books. So check that out. It might actually have it on there. But if not, Amazon might be a place to find it. But it's a great read. It really is. It's a good book. So I highly suggest it. Okay. Okay, Shadow Witch, it's so good to see you. Have a great night. Oh, thank you, Heather. I loved doing that. The minute she put it up, I did it. We had actually Skyped the night before, and she told me she was going to do it, and I told her, if you do that, I'm up. I am going to be right there. And she did it the very next day, and I was on it because I thought that was just such a good challenge. I thought it was such a good challenge. Mare, I was going to show you what I'm putting in the giveaway for when I hit 100 subscribers. I was going to show you the giveaway. So it's going to be this mirror. This is a candle burning mirror. You can actually, I showed an example. For those of you who missed it, I showed an example. So you light the end of the candle and you let it drip onto the mirror, and then you stabilize it onto that melted wax. So you can actually put the candle right on this mirror. It is a candle burning mirror. It is a candle holder, so it can take the heat. As far as I know, that's what it said anyway when I bought them. And I've burned candles on them with no problem. So you get the mirror, you get an entire set of chime candles. There's white, black, yellow, purple, light blue, dark blue, orange, and red. An entire set of chime candles, 3 sticks of Palo Santo, an herbal blend of incense for spirit work, lightening the veil, so you can do a meditation and work with your spirit guides or your ancestors or gods and goddesses, anything to that effect, and 4 boxes of sandalwood incense, sandal incense by him. So that's the giveaway when I reach 100 subscribers. And I think I'm at 88 now. Hey guys, let me go check one more time and see where we're at, so you know and I know how close we're getting, because I want to give these things away so bad. So bad I want to send them. I wish I could send them tomorrow. It'll be so fun. Okay, we're at 89. We're at 89 subscribers, and I can't wait to send these to somebody. It's like doing the drawings. It's so fun. Like, I do readings a lot, but reading for somebody that won something, so fun. It's so fun. I did a reading the other night, and it was so fun because it wasn't a winner, but it was because I had screwed up and didn't put their name in the drawing and knew that they were a subscriber and didn't put them in the drawing, and I felt so guilty for it. I just offered a reading. So I wrote her and I told her I missed putting your name in and I knew you were a subscriber. Hey Jess, how you doing, honey? I knew she was a subscriber, but I didn't put her name in the drawing, so I put her in and I wrote her and I said, I am so sorry I missed you. I'm going to give you a reading because I shouldn't have done that, and it was just a terrible oversight, so let me give you a reading. Well, we scheduled and I did a reading on her, and that was probably one of the funnest readings I've done in a long time, because it was related to kind of like giving, and that just feels so good. That feels so good. So I can't wait until I get to give this giveaway away. In fact, I wish I had said like 90 or so, because then I could give it away sooner, because I think it's more fun to give it than it is to receive it. I know I did. And you know what? I went from 42 to 70 in a day. I don't know why it's happening. I love that people love me. I love that it's working out so well. I love that Jen was so generous to ask people to subscribe to me and let me be in her lives and promote me so well. And I love that this community has opened their arms to me and just welcomed me in. And all of that together, I think, is why I'm getting so many viewers, or so many hugs. I just am so humbled. So humbled. It is absolute kindness. It really is absolute kindness. I'm so thrilled and so humbled and so excited. So excited. Can't wait to give this stuff away. And I can't wait for my next giveaway. I'm not sure how soon I'm going to do it. Just depends on how quickly we're climbing because of the move and all. Because for those of you who don't know, I'm moving from California to Texas at the end of April, so it kind of depends on how quickly it climbs and so on, because I have that move to make. So I'm not going to be able to send anything too awfully soon. I do want to show you something else, though. We were walking around my room and getting things and showing people things, but there's one more thing I want to show you. So I had gone to Walmart I don't know how long ago. It's been a while. It wasn't Halloween time. It was not even close to Halloween time, but I went and they had these sitting on the counter on every at the money center. I had gone to get some money orders, and they had these sitting on the counter at every station, and I just flipped. I said, oh my gosh, can I buy one of these? When she said I can't sell them because I personally made them and I'm not allowed to, and I said, oh my gosh, that stinks because I want one so bad. And she goes, well, here, just take one. So she gave me one, and I got to show you what it is. It's a pen. It's a broom, you guys. It's a witch's broom. That's a pen. Is that not the cutest stinking thing you've ever seen? Now, I've seen them on, I've seen them different than this. This is a pen that looks like wood. I don't know if you can see if the camera will focus on it. Yeah, there you go. It looks like wood, so it looks like an actual broom. But it's a pen. It's not a pencil. Anyway, so she actually just gave me one. Isn't that adorable, Mare? Oh, Jez, people are amazing. You're in Tennessee? Thank you, Witchy. I think Texas is going to be amazing. You found me from Jen? Jen is so awesome. Jen is so awesome. She has shared me with so many people. I just love her to pieces. I love her so much. She is so good to me. She really is so good to me. You've been to Texas then. I'm so excited. I can't wait to go. And Tennessee is not that far from Texas, depending on where you're going. I have an aunt in Tennessee, and I can go see her. Auntie Rena, I can go see her in, like, I think it's a 12-hour drive to where she's at. 12 or 15. Maybe she is, Mare. That's what I was thinking. But I love that pen, too. I love it. I use it for my date book. I only use it for that because I don't want it to run out of ink. Do not breathe the coffee. Drink the coffee. I'm going to take my glasses off because I'm having trouble seeing the screen and my eyes are doing goofy things. So I'm going to see if that helps. Don't breathe coffee when you're drinking. It's very bad. Okay, I'm going to try my other glasses and see if those help. Well, they might if they were clean. Auntie Rena lives, I think... Mary, do you know where exactly Auntie Rena lives? I think it's in, outside of Nashville, but I'm not absolutely positive. No, that doesn't help either. Okay, guys, I'm going to go full on 6 eyes. Sorry, but I can't see the screen, and my eyes are really bothering me because of it, so I'm going full on here. Ah, much better. Northwest of Chattanooga. We'll have to make a meetup somewhere. If I ever get to go visit Auntie, we'll have to make a meetup someplace. Yeah, she lives in Tennessee. I just don't know exactly where in Tennessee, but I know that we calculated at one time, and it's like 12 to 15 hours drive from where we're going to be. I just don't remember where in Tennessee. I think it's outside of Nashville, but I'm not positive. Oh, cool. So maybe you're near where she's at. That would be awesome, Heather. And if not, maybe we can meet up somewhere like in Nashville. That would be cool. I've never seen it. Eastern Texas, like an hour to an hour and 20 minutes south of Houston. In a little tiny town called, I don't know if I should say that on camera. I don't know, Angleton. It's called Angleton. Yes, Heather, let's do it. I think that would be awesome. Sometime I would like to do a meet and greet, either in New Orleans or in Salem. I would love to do a big meet and greet. Just get a bunch of us witches together from our lovely family here and do a big meet and greet, either in New Orleans or in Salem. I think that would be absolutely a blast for everybody to just meet and just have such a good time. Even if it were like Halloween, I don't think I'd want to do it during Mardi Gras just because, oh my God, so many people. Oh, okay. Houston and Galveston. My son says Galveston is the first place we're going when we get there. He can't wait to take us to Galveston. I could do without Houston, I think. I'm not a big city girl. When I was having all my health things and surgeries, we were going to San Francisco all the time. I could just do without it. I'm not a big city girl. Oh gosh, Witchy, I wish I could go too. Doesn't that sound so fun? I've seen her talking about it and I just think, oh, I wish I could go, I wish I could go. It would be so fun. Yeah, I would love to rent a haunted house. I want to go see Marie Laveau's I want to go to the graveyard period in New Orleans. Wouldn't you just love to go there? It just looks so beautiful. I'm a cemetery girl. Well, you get to see that from my videos. I'm a cemetery girl. I just love cemeteries. I like to go sit in them. I like to go look at them. I love country roads too. But I am a cemetery girl. I absolutely love them. Love them. And the older the better to me. I'm going to take you guys on a road trip pretty soon when the weather gets nice before we leave. And if the weather doesn't get nice before we leave, I'm taking you on a rainy day. That's all there is to it. But I have some, my great grandmother and I think, and my great-grandfather, and I think some other ancestors are buried in a little town south of here, so we're going there. My grandmother and my grandfather are buried in a little town closer, but also south of here, and we're going there. And then there is a really old cemetery. It's got an old water pump. Mary's been there. It's got an old water pump, and it's a little south, not south, east of us, northeast of us, or northwest of us. Anyway, and we're going there as well. And so I'm going to take you with us. I'm going to do a vlog of that entire trip. And so I'm going to gather some cemetery dirt from my ancestors and take you with us to the older cemetery, and just memories. There's a lot of memories of the older cemetery. And I also have a working I want to bury, and I think that would be the safest place to do it, just because it's unmonitored. And I'm a little chicken in our bigger cemeteries. Well, I'm not chicken in the one I frequent, because I've buried things there before, but I want to go to the older cemetery, and I just think it would be cool to do a working there, so I'm saving it for that. Here there are cemeteries everywhere. All families had their own cemetery, not spelled right. Oh, really? Oh my gosh, that would be cool. Where exactly? You're in Tennessee, but oh, Chattanooga, just out of Chattanooga. Wow, that's cool. Now in Texas, it's like that. Now, okay, so here's a bit of information that I just recently found out. So Texas has a lot of plantations, and a lot of them are built upon. So the plantations were torn down long ago, and they built upon them. Well, the problem with it is there are a lot of slave cemeteries on the property that were plantations. So a lot of times when they built, they actually, you know, when they're digging in the earth to do things, they dug up cemeteries, and they had to stop their work, mark it, and move over so far. Well, a lot of them, before rules came up, didn't do that. So a lot of the buildings and a lot of the homes and so on and so forth throughout Texas are built right on top of slave cemeteries. So isn't that just terrible to know? Wow, Heather. Okay, that's like Texas. They're just built, but they're not all marked. There's one right behind the mall in Brazoria County. Just, I mean, literally, like you step out of the mall, and if there wasn't a fence, you'd be walking right into the cemetery that's a slave cemetery. Because there was a plantation there, and they didn't mark them, first of all, and second of all, they didn't put them in caskets. They didn't inter them like 6 feet. They just dug a hole, threw them in it, and covered it up. And so it wasn't even, I'm looking for the right way. It's not like it was humane. It wasn't like it was ceremonious. It wasn't like it was respectful. It was just a done deal. You know, there was nothing, there was just no ceremony or love to it. It was just a done thing. And so, you know, before there were rules about anything, before there were any type of building rules or respect rules or anything like that, they just built wherever they built, and if there happened to be something there, they built on top of it. So, and I'm talking most of Texas, not just parts of Texas where I'm going, but a lot of Texas. They just built right on top of where the plantations were, and so there's no telling how many of these slave cemeteries were just built on top of. So it's just such a sad thing to think of, and that's not just Texas. That's all southern states where there were plantations, I'm assuming. I'm assuming that. I don't know that for positive. I have not researched. But I am assuming that would be most southern states where there were plantations, that they just kind of built where they built. Yeah, it's very sad. Very sad, Heather. Pelham. Pelham, Tennessee. That's a cool word. I have a friend in a place called, okay, I'm going to remember it. It's Sculpa. Hang on. I have it written down. Sculpa, Oklahoma. I'm going to look. It's a hard to say word. Sapulpa, I think. Yeah, Sapulpa. Sapulpa, Oklahoma. Isn't that a hard to say word? And when you see it written, it's even harder because you're not sure how to pronounce it when you look at it. You don't know exactly how to say it, but Sapulpa, Oklahoma. Oh, I'm positive of it. All over our country, Heather. All over our country. Positive of it. There's a place that I used to have family living in called Tule Lake, and another place near there called Klamath Falls, and that's where Crazy Horse had his last stand. You know, they're just all over. There was no markers, no anything other than this is where the last stand was in the big battle. But you know, that whole area had battles. That whole area had problems, and yet these two towns are just built. And yeah, you know that's all over. That's just everywhere. That's everywhere in our U.S. because we just came in and took it. We didn't have any respect. We just came and took it. And now we shouldn't be talking about these things, probably. But yeah, Sapulpa. It is a tongue twister, but it's near Tulsa. And I get to visit her too, and I'm so excited about that because it's like, it's about a 12-hour drive to see her too. So we're going to meet somewhere not long after I get there, and so we get to see each other too. It's going to be so fun. I have friends now, and not because of YouTube, but because of some groups I was in on Facebook. I have friends that are kind of sprawled out all over the place, and I have some family in Oklahoma. I have some really good friends in Arkansas. I just have family kind of sprawled out that I'm going to get to see, and some friends sprawled out that I'm going to get to see. So I'm really excited about moving, and then I'll be closer to Salem. I'll be closer to Louisiana. I'll get to see some places that I never would have thought I'd get to see. So I'm really excited about all of it. Bye. Okay, honey. You take it easy, and thank you so much for coming by. I really, really, really am glad you came, and I loved your video. I loved it with your little guinea pig. It was so cute. He was so adorable. I loved watching him eat, and I loved you talking. Oh, so you have a friend in Oklahoma too. Do you get to see her? Or him? Yes, I actually was born in California. I was born in California, actually just south of here. But, so I've lived in Northern California, I've lived in Central California, I've lived in North Dakota, and I've lived in Idaho. And I lived in Arizona just for a very, very short time, like 2.5 months. And I think that's it. And now I'm going to live in Texas. Hi, Zeth. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. I didn't even see you come in, so I'm sorry if I missed you. Can't wait. Can't wait to see you live. Oh my gosh, Vallejo. Well, it may not have been when you lived there like it is now, but it's a madhouse now. It's driving through there is just terrifying. Vallejo is built the heck up. That whole area is just part of each other now. It all just runs in, and so the Bay Area is all just one big, it's a metropolis. It's metropolis, is that what it's called? It's like Phoenix and all those towns surrounding Phoenix, it's all just one big glop of city. So you never leave one to get to another, it's all just together. So once you hit, San Jose, Milpitas, all that area, you're just there. You're just in it. And it's terrible now because there's no separation. I remember when there was the separation between Vallejo and everything else, and now there's not. Or you could go to San Jose and then or Gilroy even, and I don't know if you know where any of those places are, but you could go like to Gilroy, and then it was a long stretch to get to anything else, and now it's all just one big, and that was when I was there last. I don't even know what it's like, now, if it's even worse. Mayor would know more than I would know. Yeah, I used to live in Redwood City. Oh, just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Hi, Tange. How you doing? You guys, if you have not subscribed to Tangerine, you're missing something, let me tell you. You got to. She is a doll. Her channel is amazing. I just love her to pieces. And her lives are awesome. We did one time by candlelight. That was amazing. But Winchester Mystery House was kind of cool, but I was a little let down. Hey, Gypsy. Welcome. I was a little let down by the Winchester Mystery House. I kind of expected to feel all kinds of presences there, and I didn't. And so I was a little let down because I thought, I will say this, in the seance room, I felt a little something, but nothing like I expected. I really expected to feel something. Oh. Hey, did you ever find out if that was, Tangerine did a video last night, a 3-part video on these lights that were, her street lights that were just amazing. If you haven't looked at that, go check that out when we're done, because it looked like the lights, although they were street lights, it looked like they were coming from the ground up and not the up down. It was fascinating, honestly fascinating. Did you ever find out if that was just because of the cold, Tange? Or did you just admire it and that was the end of that? Oh, you wouldn't even want to see Pescadero now. California has grown so much, it's scary because there are it's just so many people. It's so many people. Oh, 2 a.m. I didn't realize it was that late. Tange, that was just some of the most amazing footage I've ever seen. It literally looked like it was coming from the ground up instead of a pole down. That was just some amazing stuff to look at. Oh, really, Gypsy? You never know. Phone home. It really was amazing to see. I just loved it. I hope everybody checks it out because that was so cool. Hey, Tan, do you want to see what I'm doing for my giveaway? I'm so excited. I can't wait to do it. So I got this, look, I didn't even wait for you to answer. I'm just going to show you. Yeah, they were short videos, but it was really awesome. Yeah, you got to see it, Heather. You could even jaunt over there and check it out and come back. I don't even mind. It's so awesome. You got to see it. Okay, so Tange, I got this mirror, which is a candle holder, so you can actually put hot candles on it and it'll be okay. And then I got a whole set of chime candles, every color in here. And so I got that. I got an herbal incense, a loose incense blend that is like I call it I'm going to tell you right now. I got another one over here. A light veil incense. And so what it does is thin the veil. So you do you burn the incense, you do a meditation, and it helps you with spirit work. So your spirit guides, working with your god or goddess, working with your ancestors, that kind of thing. And then I've got 3 Palo Santo sticks and 4 boxes of sandal incense by him. I'm so excited. I can't wait to give it away. It's going to be so fun. So I did a whole kit so that whoever gets it can actually do an entire, completion of something. So I'm just excited as all heck. Hey, Live It Out Loud. Good to see you, honey. It's going to be a good giveaway. I can't wait. I like the Pacific Coastline, too. If they would just take half the people out, we'd be great. There's just, literally, it's so congested now. California has just become, it's congested. There's just so many people. The population has grown so much that finding a place to live is just amazingly difficult, and I don't care where you're at. Just finding a home is we were in a motel looking for a home for 3 weeks. I'm not even exaggerating. We were in a motel just looking for a home in between places because there are no homes to rent. There's just it's insane. There are homes to rent if you want something small, but to get a large home, and there were 5 of us, so to get a large home is difficult. Thank you, Gypsy. I'm excited. I can't wait. Giving stuff away is like half the fun, right? I'm excited. So, what is everyone up to today? What are you doing, guys? Oh, I had another book I was going to show you guys. I haven't got to go through it yet. I got Jen's book too. I got the Eastern Body, Western Mind book that she always talks about. I got it. You know who bought me that? Maritime bought me that book. Isn't that awesome? Yep, Maritime sent me that book. She is the sweetest thing. Love her to pieces. But I got this other book I wanted to show you guys. I haven't gone through it, so I can't tell you anything about it. Other than I can read you the back. So it's called Animal Speak. The spiritual and magical powers of creatures great and small. Comprehensive Dictionary of Animal, Bird, and Reptile Symbolism. That's why I got it, was the bottom there. Includes a comprehensive dictionary of animal, bird, and reptile symbolism. And that's what made me get it. But isn't that a cool book? I can't wait to go through it. But what I did see of it was a lot about spirit animals. And did you know the meadowlark is actually a blackbird? See what I mean? It's just got this cool information. And I just read something. I shouldn't have flipped the page. That was cool. I've got to find it back because that was cool. It's right here somewhere, right there. The goldfinch is named for its summer costume of shiny yellow feathers on its body. Anyway, I'm going to skip a little bit. It says black and yellow are the colors of the archangel Ariel. So see what I mean? I don't want to read a whole bunch, but isn't that cool that it's got information like that? So it says, on the back it says, learn the language of animals. Open your heart and mind to the wisdom of the animal world. Coyotes urge us to adapt to changing circumstances. Lions embody strength and courage. Otters remind us to remember to take time to play. Animals have many lessons for humans, but before we can learn from them, we must be able to speak to them. Anyway, this book covers is identify, meet, and attune to your spirit animals. Discover the power of spiritual significance of more than 100 different animals, birds, insects, and reptiles. Call upon the protective powers of your animal totem. Master 4 techniques for understanding the language of birds. Learn the fascinating lore and exotic languages of reptiles and insects. And create and use 5 magical animal rites, including shape-shifting and sacred dance. Who wouldn't buy that book? Oh, that stinks, living out loud. I'm sorry. Okay, Tangerine. I like to do that too, just listen while I'm doing things. Oh gosh, Heather, that stinks. But doesn't that book sound awesome? I can't wait to really delve into it. So I had to get it. I read the back and I was just like, okay, gotta have it. The cool thing is it was at a local bookstore. It cost me $3. Okay, we don't talk politics in here. Sorry, you gotta go. You are out. No, I guess he's not harassing. Anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, we don't do okay guys, we don't do politics in this channel. No politics and no like warnings. We're just done. I do need moderators, but it's so early to have moderators. I mean, I don't even have that many users. I mean, Aiden, bless your heart. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. I love that you stopped by. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Everybody, this is Aiden. If you haven't seen his channel, go check it out. Go check it out. It rocks. Hey, Jeannie. Thanks for coming by, my friend. Jeannie is a friend of mine that I went to school with from being a little guy. We're still friends all these years later. Jeannie is my real life friend. She is awesome. Thank you for coming by, Jeannie. And that is probably my son calling me, so I'm going to deny that. It is. My son calls me about every day. He's a good boy. God, you guys stay out of my freaking channel. What is going on? That's like, what, the fourth one, you guys? I love you too, Jeannie. Thank you so much. Hey, Jen. Welcome, welcome. I appreciate it. I don't know how to set up a mod, but I would if I could. Let me see here. Let me see if I can do that right here, because I think I can. There, I just did it. There you go. I set up a mod. We got it going now. Oh, Jen, I'm so happy you came by. Thank you so much. Everybody say hi to Jen. And if anybody in here is not Jen's hug, go hug her. Go hug her. Go hug her. She is awesome. She is awesome. She is awesome. Her channel is amazing. She has taught me so much. She is the reason I'm on Facebook. On YouTube. Her and Sunshine Morning Ray, Lady Grave Dancer, totally the reason I'm on. Thank you so much, Mary. I appreciate it. So, Jen, I have a real life friend in here with me. Her name is Jeannie Magana. We went to school together from little guys in elementary school, and we are still friends. It's so awesome. Isn't it cool that Aiden came by? I think that's so cool. And we've been just chit-chatting since the drawing. And I'll tell you guys again who won in case anybody missed it. Zale Rain won a reading. Zale Rain, yay! Zale Rain won a reading. And Dark Prince Lucy won a reading. So I got to do 2 readings now. I'm so excited I get to do 2. So we're going to set those up as soon as they get a hold of me. They'll probably catch it on the replay because they weren't in here. So I'm so excited, so excited. 2 readings. And let me show you guys what I'm going to do for my giveaway. I got to show you. So I showed everybody, so I'm just showing it again. So I got a mirror that's a candle holder, and you do it like this. I'll show right quick in case nobody knows. You do it like this. You put your candle on there like so. You just melt the bottom and stick it on. I've got an entire set of chime candles, 3 of the Palo Santo sticks, a little herbal blend I did for meditating, spirit guide work, and so on, and 4 boxes of sandal hem incense. That's my giveaway for when I hit 100, so I'm so excited. Yeah, Zale, he won. I'm so excited. And I'm so excited that Dark Prince Lucy won. She is a new hugger to me. So excited. Gonna be fun. I just love this drawing and giving things away thing. It's so fun. Gosh, it's fun. So exciting. I think it's the funnest part. We got a couple of people listening. Living Out Loud. Oh, hi, Livin. She's kind of listening and making dinner, right? Right, Livin? And so is Tange. Tange is here, but she's making dinner in between. So, Zelrain is awesome. So what are you up to, Jen? What are you doing? And you too, Aiden. What are you up to? Just stopping by to say hey? About the same amount of huggers, you mean, Gypsy? It is, Tange. I just want to do it like at every 10 or 15. But you know, you can't afford to really do that, but I would if I could. Hey, Patrick, welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I'm so glad you did. Yay, Patrick's here. Woo-woo. Patrick is going live tonight too, so I can't wait to see him. Oh, cool, Aiden. Working in your shop? That's awesome. Do you have your own shop, Aiden? I'm still learning, everybody. I'm still new. I'm still drinking coffee. Yeah, you make candles, Living Out Loud? I guess I should tell my son why I didn't answer his call, right? That would probably be the nice thing to do. I would think that would be the nice thing to do. I'm live. There we go. He would have just said, hey, what you doing? And I'm getting my daily fix of my mom. He tells me that every day. Oh, okay, he says. Oh, awesome. You get to work from home, Abe. That's so cool. That is so cool. Livin', that's awesome. I would love to see some of your candles. Yay, Patrick. I'm glad you joined us. Oh, cool, Gypsy. What are you going to sell in your shop? Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I saw your video with your candles, Living Out Loud. I thought that was awesome you shared with us. And the herbs you put around them and the stones. I thought that was awesome that you shared that. And I wrote down all the information about that book that you showed. And I can't remember the name, but I wrote it down here. I wrote it down. Don't know where. Oh, I just found a spell I was supposed to do for someone. I'm terrible. Well, I wrote it down here somewhere. I went on Amazon and put it on my wish list because I want it. The Magical Oils book. I can't remember the name of it, but I wrote it down because I want it so bad. You sound like me. I have so many ideas and I never... It is complicated to set up an Etsy shop. I thought about doing it for a long time and then I went, first of all, I don't have enough to sell to really bother with an Etsy shop, and it would just be really readings and spell work and that kind of thing. So I thought, I do enough of that just with people I know, so I didn't bother right now. Maybe someday in the future. You make rag dolls? I paint too, but I don't sell it. I kind of paint with my oil, my enchanted oils. But I don't really, I do, Jeannie. Yeah, Jeannie, contact me on Messenger and I'll help you out with that. I'm interested in your rag dolls, so when you get that up, Gypsy, will you let me know? Will you contact me on my Messenger? Yeah, the complete formula of magical oils. That's it, Living Out Loud. I want it. Celeste Rain Health Staff. I wrote all that down because I want that book. It looks so cool. I am interested completely. Yeah, I'm not really techie either. I just got lucky because one of my, I don't know if I'm supposed to use the word on YouTube or not, but one of my huggers set me up with a lot of technical equipment. So I have a recording program, and I have, it has a microphone built in, so I have a recording program with a microphone and a nice cam, and that was all from one of my huggers. So sweet, and they want to remain anonymous, so I won't say who, but I thought that was just the coolest thing. Right off the bat, that was taken care of for me. So I just was like, oh my gosh, Becky, so cool. Oh, Gypsy, that would be awesome. I would so love to see that. Heather, that's cool. I would love to see that too. You know what? I love Jen's art. I love her art because she reuses things and does things from old stuff, really old things like from the 60s and the 50s, and or at least her art looks like that. It looks really old, and I love that. And that she uses books and decoupage for her things, her cases and such. I just love that. You know what else I love? I love that I did my video on purposing my mom's old makeup case, and then it was just like, and she had done her video before me, but I hadn't seen it. Oh, I love you too, Jen. But then I saw her video about her makeup case that she actually uses for makeup, and hers was, it's older than mine, but it's the same type of case. It's a Samsonite, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then she said on mine, I have one of those too, and I was just like, that is so cool. Yeah, Jen's art is amazing. I know there is, Jen. I know there is so much love put into your stuff, and you always bless it, and you always take care of it, and you always do magical things with it, so it's just amazing. Oh, thank you, Mayor. I appreciate that. I had to do something with my altar stuff. I need to do something with all of it, but I had to do something with my altar stuff, and I was trying to figure out what to do with it, and then there's other things that I need to take. I don't need to take it with me, but I'm spoiled, and I'm gonna take it with me, so that I can have it immediately. And so I was thinking, what can I get that's big enough to take these things? And then I saw my mom's old makeup case, and I thought this is perfect because she had some magical things in it too. So it would be maybe some of her magic would be retained in there. So I thought that's exactly what I'm going to do. And then I was getting ready to put it together, and I was going to clean the case. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this on camera. I think this would be a cool recording. So I'm glad everybody liked it because it went over well. I think it's cool that you guys are all connecting. That's awesome. I love that. You know what? That's what I love about this community, that everybody connects and everybody's so good to each other. And you guys, please, your mom had an old hot pink Samsonite makeup kit. Yeah, mine is tan and Jen's is blue. They're so awesome, and they do such good things. And you guys, hug each other, please, when you're on my channel. Hug each other, like subscribe to each other's channels, because it's really important that we support each other. And that's one thing Jen taught me. And I really think it's important that we do that, that we support each other. Just go and hug each other's channels, ring the bell, and, like my video, please put your thumbs up on it, and just really support one another, because it's important that we do that. Oh, I appreciate that, Mary. Thank you so much. I think it's important we do that, because we need to support each other, and I appreciate that we do that, and I love that Jen does that for everybody, and I want to be that type of person too. I want to be like Jen and really support everybody, and I just really want to model myself after that kindness she has, because it's a good thing. It's a good thing, and Jen is awesome. Jen is awesome. You know, oh, thank you, Patrick. I love that. I love that. Thank you. I just love that you guys do that. There's this thing called a money toad. Have you guys ever heard that? I have this little money altar in my room, and although you're not supposed to put it in a back room, and my witchy room is in the back of the house, I really can't put it in the front room because there's literally no room in our front room. There will be soon, but we're moving soon, so there won't be any need to do it. But turquoise from the Netflix film 1922. I'm gonna write that down. Sorry, just give me a sec. Oh, I found that note with the book name on it. I have notes all over my room. Trust me. Turquoise. Netflix. 1922. Okay, sorry about that. If I don't write it down, I won't remember it. But anyway, I want to show you something. So they have these things on Amazon and Etsy and everywhere called money toads. And I couldn't get a money toad because, well, I could, but I wanted something more significant than a money toad. So my husband's mother liked toads, and I love toads. I just love toads. Not so much frogs, but toads. Lady Grave Dancer loves toads. I mean frogs. She's a frog woman. Oh, okay, Jen. Okay. Sorry. So it was in that film? Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Oh, I remember you saying that. I remember you saying that in your video, that it was the same as the case in that movie from 1922. I remember that. I told you I'm a little slow, and if I have to remember things, I can't. I do remember you saying that. And the film that it's from is called Turquoise, and it was made in 1922. I remember. I'm sorry. Yay, living out loud. Now you get to be here. All done with dinner? Yay. Okay, so I wanted to show you this. So my husband's mother was really into toads, and I love toads. And evidently there was another one to this set, but it didn't come out when I found this one. But I have this toad that was his mother's, and I use it for my money toad on my money altar. So this is it, and it's got a little baby on its back. Isn't this just the cutest stinking thing? And so here's the deal. I had this toad, and it's a big thing to my husband. It's a big memory to my husband. And I've had it for, literally like 4 or 5 years. I have a little Chinese money coin that I keep on his little head, and then I keep him on my money altar. I've run out of room in my area here to set things that I've been showing, but anyway, so yeah, Tanj, I'm so bad about it. Anyway, I had this for like 4 or 5 years, and my husband didn't know it. Well, the other day, it's not been the other day, it's been about 3.5, 4 months ago, we were talking, and I said something about his mother's toad, and he said, "What toad?" All serious, like, "What toad?" And I said, she had a toad with a baby on its back. And he goes, "You don't have that toad." And I was like, "Yeah, I have that toad. Why is that important?" And he was like, "Oh my God, you have that toad." It was so important to him. So I went and grabbed the toad, and I brought it back, and he goes, "That's the one, that's the one." So it was this really big deal to him. And all these years I've had it, and I didn't know. I didn't have any clue it was. So it even means more to me now, because it was such a big issue for him, that it meant so much to him, and I never knew. All those years that I had it, I never knew it meant that much to him. So now it's even more important. So it sits on my money altar, and I only told you that story because I looked over and saw it and thought it was a good story. So there you go. That's the story. Thank you, Tanj. I love that toad too. It's so damn cute. Oh wow, Heather, I think that's probably beautiful. We have literally, there are times in the spring and the fall that you can go out in my yard and see. There have been times, honestly, when there's like 20 toads out there. We go sit in the evening outside, and there's like 20 toads, and they come out when it's just getting dark, and they're just hopping all over the place, and they go under my bug light, and they eat the bugs as they drop. They eat the bugs, and I'm not even exaggerating. I can get someone to come in here and verify, but there's like 20 toads out there. It's amazing how many toads come in this yard. Amazing. And I love them. I love them all. My husband laughs at me because I'll grab him up and kiss him, and he thinks I'm weird. Yeah, it's a great story, isn't it, Heather? I love that story. Oh, that's cool, Gypsy. She collects frogs. Yeah, Lady Grave Dancer collects frogs, and like in every 2 or 3 of her videos, she's getting a new frog. She just absolutely loves frogs. And one of these days, if I had her address, I would send her love mail with frogs. I really would. If I had her address, I would send her love mail with frogs. Frogs and this incense, because this is one of her favorite incenses. This one that I'm sending out. She loves it. Oh, I love tree frogs. Cute little green tree frogs. I've even seen little brown ones. They're so adorable. Oh, you know what? I brought home a water plant. I can't remember what it's called, although I do know what it's called. It's the one that gets that big red, it gets a big stem and a red flower on top. I know what it's called, but I can't think of it. I told you I don't have a memory, but at any rate, that flower comes out of this one. It's a beautiful, big, green. Anyway, one time I brought one of those home, and it literally had like 5 little baby tree frogs that lived in it. For the longest time, they lived in there, and one day I let it get too dry, and they all came out. So I watered it and put them back in, but they didn't want to stay in it, so I had to take them outside. But isn't that the coolest thing? Where are we at? Thank you, Living Out Loud. I love that story. It was like a water lily. It wasn't a lotus. The flower that came out of it was really big, and I mean a long stem, and then red on top. And it's kind of shaped like this. Man, I can't think of the name of it. It's not a hard name to remember. And you don't water the outside of it. You pour the water in the center. If my daughter were around, she would probably know the name of it. Anyway, I let it get too dry, and all the frogs were like, nope, we're bailing. Maybe it was an amaryllis, Jeannie. It lives in water. Ah, who knows? Unimportant. It had a short name, I thought. At any rate. Cute plant, cute little frogs, but they decided to bail because I was a bad mommy. I'm really terrible about, it's funny, the plants in my bedroom, and maybe it was a bird of paradise. Do you water them in the middle and keep them soaking in water all the time? I don't think so, no. Bird of paradise is shaped more like this. It wasn't a bird of paradise. But the plants in here and the plants in my room, I think that's what it is, an amaryllis, but I don't want to say that for sure, but I think that's what it is. But anyway, the plants in my room and my plants in here, I have one I used to keep on my altar. It's in my room right now because I cleaned everything, but I'm really good about watering them. I'm on it, man, I'm on it. They get watered like every 3 or 4 days, 5 days. But the ones in my living room, I'm terrible. I'm just terrible. And it's because I spend most of my time in this room in my bedroom. And so I just forget. I'm just terrible. And so they get neglected. And so then I'll remember and I'll go and water them, but then by then my fern has like a dead leaf or a dead stem or something, and I just feel like the worst mommy in the world. I just feel like a terrible mommy. And I am a terrible mommy when I forget them, but I just am like, dagnabbit. I lost an entire fern like that, so a big one too, because I'm just terrible. And ferns need to be watered more often than normal houseplants. I'm just bad. I'm a bad mama. Do you guys care if I run and grab a cup of coffee? I don't want to abandon you, but you can talk amongst yourselves. That'd be cool. Oh, African violets. I always kill them. I'm terrible. Okay, I'm going to grab coffee. Don't leave. I'll be right back. Don't leave. Okay. Miss Rosie wants to grace us with her presence. I'm back. I hurried. Okay. I hurried. Okay, Gypsy. Thank you for coming by. Lots of love. Rosie wanted to say hi, so she came to visit. I don't know if you can see her top of her head here poking up. Rotten little doggy, or big doggy. Yes, there's Rosie. Bye, Gypsy smooches. I do drink black coffee. I do. My Rosie girl. You want to smell that? She has to smell everything, like Lady Grave Dancer's dogs. She has to smell everything. If I get something new in the mail, she has to smell it to make sure it's okay, I guess. She has to know that everything's safe. I'll tip this down a little so you can see her, because she's got to be here. Anyway, Rosie, everybody's saying hi. She's an older gal, but she likes to be in here. Sometimes, she was in here earlier and I let her out knowing she was going to ring my bell if I did that, because I have bells on my door and she rings them when she wants to come in. So I let her out, and sure enough, she rang the bells. So then I went to let her back in, interrupting, the video. So I let her back in. I opened the door to let her back in, and she was nowhere to be found. So she doesn't know what she wants. She can't make up her mind. Now look, she wants out. And the minute I let her out, she'll want back in. But I'm going to let her out because they can keep her company out better. Okay. You have to let me open the door, baby. Okay. Anyway, big girl, she's a sweetie. So, I'm losing people. I must be getting boring. It's not that big a deal. We've been on here for, oh my gosh, a long time. So, and everybody's got to eat dinner and all that good stuff. So I'm thinking we should close it up. But if you guys want to hang out a while longer, just let me know, because I am way willing to stay. Does anybody want to see anything else in my room? There for a while we were showing stuff in the room. So if anybody sees anything they want to look at, just say so. I'll go grab it. That was fun. I showed my mortar and pestles. I showed my book of shadows, my apothecary book, my herbal books. That's okay, baby. Go ahead, Heather. It was great to see you. I'm so glad you stopped by, and thank you for friending people in the room, hugging them. That's awesome. I really love that people do that. Love it, love it. Can't wait to do that drawing, and I'm hoping that you get a really, really good chance at winning it. That would be awesome if you got to practice. Okay, Livin, that's awesome. I don't mind. Putting around and eating stuff. Awesome, no problem, Tange. So I was gonna say, when this weekend comes, I'm gonna do some herbal stuff because I gotta pack my herb. I gotta get busy. So I'm gonna pack my herbs and do some herbal stuff, and as I put them in the bag, I'm just going to talk about what they do and what each one is. Okay, Jeannie, it was so good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Love you. Probably around 7. Okay, awesome. I'll go see you. Definitely. Oh, thank you so much, Heather. I appreciate it. Thank you for hitting the bell. Anyway, I'm going to do a live this weekend. It's probably going to be Saturday, and I'm not positive what time, but I'll post it on Friday for sure. My big move will be the end of April. Yeah, so I got to get busy. Look at this room. I haven't done anything. I moved my altar stuff to a box, and I haven't even packed what's left on the altar. I'm so bad. I'm just so bad. I don't want to do it. I'm like Jen. I don't want to do it. I just am hesitating like crazy. I haven't packed my books or anything. She's further than me. She's done more than me. I haven't done any of it. I got to, though. I keep putting it off, and my daughter was just like, yeah, I'm going to do that this weekend, Living Out Loud, probably Saturday. Bye, Heather, babe. Yeah, probably Saturday. And so what I'll do is, as I put them in the baggies, I'm not going to actually pack them in front of you. I'm not going to make you live through that, me wrapping them up in all that paper noise and then sticking them in a box. But I'm going to put them each in baggies, and as I do that, I'll kind of explain what each one is, what I use it for, and then I'll go through the apothecary book that I have and tell you what it's good for. I'm not gonna remember everyone by heart because I just have way too many to remember them all by heart. So I'll go through the book and I'll tell you what I use each one for, but then I'll go through the book and give you a good explanation, and that way you can, because a lot of people said they wanted to bring a notebook and write things down, so we'll do it that way. Yeah, packing stinks, Living. It stinks. And then on top of it, to put away things that you use every day and that you that kind of really define who you are, you know. Oh, okay. Okay, Patrick, that would be awesome. I'll try to do it at a time when people aren't out right in the middle of the day, when they're not you know, people go out with their families and do things, so I'll try to do it in the afternoon when people aren't out with their families at the creek or whatever. But of course nobody's out at the creek, right? But when you have to pack things that are part of your daily life or that define who you are, that's difficult to do because you're just so there's so much a part of you, so it's difficult to do. So I'm having a really hard time with that, and I am so anxious about it. But that's why I kept such a big case out, because then I can put so much in it, and that's a good idea. But I just haven't done it, and I need to get the heck on it. So I'm going to definitely be doing that this weekend with my herbs, and I've gotten a little card with the trees on it, and that's what I use to represent my ancestors. is trees. So I'm okay to now pack my ancestor altar, so I need to get that done. I have a little bottle that I'm going to put some of my altar oil in, and then my altar will be ready to pack. So I just need to do it. I need to just quit procrastinating, because I think my daughter's got like 30 days of work left, or maybe 28 days of work left until she's done working. When you think of it in that aspect, you're just like, ugh, I've got no time, and I've got no time. So I need to just do it. So I figure I might as well do it on camera, because I'm not going to quit doing videos. So I can't just keep procrastinating to do videos, so I might as well do it on camera, right? That will be fun. And I asked everybody in my last live if they would enjoy doing that, because I thought, how boring, that might be boring to watch somebody packing their stuff. But everybody said, no, we're going to bring notebooks, you explain them all, and that'll be fun. So I figured, why not? Let's do it. Patrick said he'd watch it, and Mare said she wanted to watch it, so a couple other people said they were interested, so I figured, why not do it then? I have so many, Mare, I have so many. It's going to take forever to pack them all up. I don't think I can do it in one video, but I will get as far as possible. I will do as much as I can without... Well, I can take little breaks in between, I suppose. I can run to the bathroom, or the loo, as Jen calls it, and do what I need to do. And I think tomorrow, probably not on camera, but I think tomorrow I'm going to pack up my ancestor altar and my working altar. And maybe my little shelf that's got my other little things in it. You know what I'm worried about is my oils. If anybody has any big ideas on how to, and if Jen is still on here, and Jen, you have any ideas how you're going to pack your oils, I would absolutely love to hear those ideas, because I am a little panicked about how I'm going to pack my oils up. I'm really a little panicked about that. I don't know how I'm going to do that and get them all the way to Texas in one piece. And I definitely don't want to... I mean, I thought about just... well, I have some popcorns I could probably use after I wrap them to dump in there, but I don't know that I have enough to really... I mean, I have a lot of oils. I have a lot of oils, and I don't know that I could even get them all in one box without that one box being... Yeah, I will Ziploc, but some of my bottles are big. Oh, I still have big Ziplocs, so I could probably do that. Ziploc it all, and then wrap it in newspaper, and then drop popcorns in it. Does that sound like it would probably get them to Texas pretty good? Oh, I'm just so nervous. I'm so nervous about everything. I'm spoiled. I just want it all. And I should think a little more positive, because we are putting all the really important stuff that I want to unpack the moment we get there. We're putting the very important stuff in the back of my son-in-law's pickup. So that doesn't necessarily have to be in the pod. So I should think a little more positively. That's going to be with us. I'm going to make sure that's with us. That my herbs can't be with us, but I can make sure that oils go with us, and my candles, because it's Texas and I'm worried about them melting. So I'm going to make sure my candles go as well. The last thing I would want to happen is all my candles to melt. So, and yeah, so those things are my candles, and I mean, there's really not a lot I'm going to insist goes with this. Wrap bottles in Ziploc bag to a Rubbermaid container. Can always do like I do for shampoo and such when I travel. Take the lid off, put a cheap plastic bag over, and screw the lid back on. Oh, that's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea, Patrick. Yes. a Rubbermaid container, that's not a bad idea. Ooh, I actually have one that's not super big, that's about, I have a, what do you call those, a bin? You know those, a lot of people use them to keep blankets and such in. I have one that's about this big. You know, it's kind of white on top and gets, you know what I'm talking about? They get a little smaller on the bottom, and they got the big lid on them. I have one about that big. That might be a good idea. That might hold all my oils. And then it would be leak proof. That is not a bad idea. Totes. That's what it's called. A tote. It's a Rubbermaid tote. That's what it's called. I think I'm going to do that. I think that's a really good idea. And try the cat. I don't know if I can do the plastic bag with corks, because a lot of them are corked. So I don't know that I can do that with corks, but I can definitely put them in zipper bags, wrap them, drop the popcorns in, and keep them in that tote. I think that is a great idea. Great idea. Gonna do it. You can't imagine how many times I've moved, Tange. I'm not joking. I've lived in Northern California. We've probably moved at least 9 times just in Northern California. We moved in Central California that I can think of 3 times or 4 times. Oh no, 5 if you count Soledad, so 5 times. And then we moved to North Dakota, then we moved to Idaho, and in Idaho we moved about 5 times. I'm telling you, I know exactly what you're saying. I've moved and moved and moved and moved and moved. I've moved so many times. I hate it. My kids have been all over the place, and they never got to stay steady in school. It was terrible. It was really bad. But we're gypsies, and I have to admit that. We're gypsies, and my husband is a bigger gypsy than I am. And he is so thrilled about this move to Texas. And I mean thrilled. He cannot wait. He is just absolutely beside himself. Do you know why? Because in California, they have fishing, but there's no fish to catch. And that's the honest truth. You can go fishing, and you're going to catch a fish this big. And it's going to be a perch. There's just nothing to catch in California. There really isn't. And if there is, I don't know where it is, and you need a boat. And I'm in Northern California. But in Texas, there are fish like crazy. My son goes fishing and comes home with a full chain full and takes pictures all the time and teases my husband. And he cannot wait to get to Texas to catch some fish. Because in Idaho, he went fishing all the time and caught all kinds of fish. But in California, he's not able to catch fish, so he can't wait to get to Texas to go fishing. Not just that, I mean, he's going to be near his son. He can't wait for the weather and the 80-something degree water. But yeah, it's the fishing. It's the fishing. Well, and I thought we moved a lot, but I doubt we moved 35 times. I moved a lot when I was a kid, though. I mean, my parents moved a lot. My parents were pretty much gypsies, too. I think that's probably where I get it, and why I'm so easy to move when, my husband says, okay, North Dakota, and I'm just like, yeah, let's do it. Because we moved a lot when I was a kid, so it's not a big deal. To me, it's not an issue. But to him, it was a big deal to move. He loves to move, and I could do it without it or take it. I don't mind moving, but my husband absolutely loves it. He loves fresh starts and new places, and I'm a Cancer, so I'm a homebody. I like to be home, and I like to be settled, and I like to have, this is my home and this is where I'm going to be. And I think that's why I'm having so much trouble packing my room, because this is my home, and this is where I'm going to be, and this is my everything, and I have to pack it now. And I think that's why I'm having so much, I know I'm having so much trouble, but I think being a Cancer is not helping. So my move, it's going to be to my very own 3-house Keebler elf tree, but my size. Wouldn't that be awesome to have a little tree house? Oh gosh, I hate moving. I hate it so much. I really do. I mean, I realize we have to do it, but I do hate it so much. It's just the act of. It's not the being there or the going there or, I love the fact that we're going to Texas. I'm looking so forward to it and I cannot wait. I'm so excited. But it's the act of, the actual doing. I don't want to. And it's not the packing, it's just the going. I'm not I don't mind trips, especially since we're getting a pod probably. There's a chance we're still doing a U-Haul, and if that's the case, I'm going to hate it. But if we're doing a pod, I'm okay. I can handle that. And then the trip won't be nothing to me. But when we do a U-Haul, I hate it because I worry. The whole trip, I'm worried. I worry about the person driving the U-Haul, and it won't be me, I can tell you that. But I worry about the person who is driving the U-Haul, and I worry about the traffic and the person who's driving the U-Haul, and I worry about the other idiots and the person who's driving the U-Haul, and I worry about it breaking down and the person who's driving the U-Haul, and I cannot relax the entire trip. So if we take the pod, I'll be all right. I can manage, and I won't be too badly nervous. Even though I'm nervous in a car, I'll make it. But if we have to take a U-Haul, I'm going to be insane for 3 to 4 days. And that just makes me so anxious and upset and nervous that I'm dreading. I'm just dreading. A Mork, the Orc spaceship. Oh, are you talking about the chair? Oh, the pod. I love Mork and Mindy too. I always wanted to be her when I was young. I wanted to be her so bad. I thought she was beautiful, and I wanted to be her so bad. I can't even remember her name now. I wanted to be her so bad. Nanu. How's he do it? Oh, I can't even remember. No, that's Star Trek. The egg-shaped pod, yeah, the chair thing. Have you seen the chair thing that looks like it? They sell a chair that looks just like that pod. And they even sell a bed. Or they did. I shouldn't say they do. It was back in the 70s, but they sold a bed that looked like the bottom of it. It didn't cover over the top, but it was shaped like an egg on the bottom. I remember being a kid and thinking I wanted one. Well, they may sell them now. I mean, you might be able to get them now, at least as a collector's thing. I bet Jen could find one. She's good at finding all that stuff. I bet that's cool. A leaf chair. You should put that on one of your videos so I could see. I don't know what it is. A leaf chair. I would love to see it though. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. I probably should go. If Patrick is going to do his live at 7, that doesn't give me a lot of time to eat dinner, and I've been on here since forever. I think we came on at 3, I think like 3:40. So it's been almost 3 hours. Oh, I can only imagine how expensive they are. Everything is so expensive if it's something you know, collectorable-y, or I mean collectory or cool. Oh, okay. I'll have to go look on your videos closer because I haven't got to look at a whole lot of them. I've been so on this trying to make videos and get all this done. Oh, I can't wait to go see him. I'm going to do that tonight or tomorrow. Depending on how early we get done tonight, I'll go tonight. You too, Levin. I'll see you very soon. I'm gonna go to Patrick's as soon as I eat dinner and all that good stuff. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I so appreciate it that you came. I really, really do. I mean that. I appreciate it so much. It means a lot to me to have been welcomed into this community so openly and so graciously, and everybody being so kind to me. It means so much. And remember that you're all divine and sacred beings of light and love. Remember that, because when I say that, I mean it. You really are. All of us are divine. All of us are sacred. And I'm going to go ahead and close this off. And I will see you guys hopefully all in Patrick's room at 7. And everybody who hasn't eaten, go eat. Mary, you probably came on right after work, so I bet you haven't eaten. And Zeth, thank you so much for joining. That was awesome, and I really, really love you. I love you all very much, and I appreciate you being here. Good night, Tange. Thank you so much for coming. I will see you hopefully on Patrick's channel. And please have a good night, you guys. And thanks again for joining me. Bye.